Hey, my name is John Kleiman. These are my hands. I'm one of the coaches here at Evolution Academy. I also clean the bathroom. I'm here to show you guys how to wrap your hands for Thai boxing, and specifically for MMA, a specific training wrap, not a fight wrap, for this. This fight wrap wasn't shown to me directly by any particular coach. It's a conglomeration of stuff that I picked up along the way from watching different coaches wrap hands. First of all, let's take a quick look at the anatomy of the hand. These are your carpal bones. On the radial side, they're very fragile and they tend to break very, very easy. So a lot of people are very concerned about covering their knuckles, protecting their knuckles. The more protection you put on your knuckles, the easier it is to break these delicate bones in the hand here. The other side also, if these are not reinforced, well, these will also tend to break. This is, I believe, known as a boxer's fracture. This is known as a brawler's fracture. So a nice tightly wrapped hand will prevent that thing from happening. The first thing you want to do is prep your wraps. So hopefully you take your wraps home with you and you wash them, you let them hang dry, okay? Do not roll your wraps up all wrinkly on your hands. You're not going to get a nice wrapped hand this way. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to roll it backwards. So here we got our nice ring to cage wrap. Not this is the plug for ring to cage. And I'm going to roll it Velcro side backwards. Velcro side backwards. And the reason for that is I want it to be able to unwrap easily onto my hand. So I want it to go directly from the roll, and I'm going to make sure it's tight. Now I've been told there's a much easier way to reverse roll your hands. Unfortunately, I'm not that intelligent, so I'm going to show you this way. Once you figure out a better way, you can do it. So I'm just going to take this here. What I do is I wrap this a little bit around my thumb, and I want to pull it tight. I really want these wraps to roll smoothly along my hand. So I want them to go nice and flat and contour to my hand so I have a nice custom fit. Okay, and once again, these wraps are not the wraps you fight with. These are training wraps. But again, you're going to throw more punches, hopefully in training, than you will in a fight. So there we are. I make sure that it's going to go nice and smooth. Nice and smooth onto there, like so. So now that's nice and tight, just like it came from the manufacturer. This here is a thumb loop. It's typically done to secure that the thumb. We're going to bypass the thumb loop for our particular wrap here. So I'm just going to hold that here and grip the thumb loop. Notice the direction I'm going. And I'm going to wrap a little bit higher around the fingers, keeping that spread there. I'm going to do that 3 times. 3 times. Now I've got a custom pad, as you can see, a custom pad for my hand. Good. And I'm going to secure that and lock that down like so, okay? So now I've got a little bit of padding. I don't want too much padding on my hand. And I'm going to make a diagonal line right here across the back of the hand and make approximately 1 loop around the wrist, okay? Notice that everything is nice and snug because I'm rolling directly around the wrist. Now I'm going to go around the inside of my index finger, the inside here. And I'm going to go across the back of the hand, back to the weakest part of the hand, the pinky side. And I'm going to anchor that down there. And then I'm going to further cement that by tying that to the wrist, like so. Now, from the thumb, I'm going to go back to the next digit. Notice I'm going this side. I'm going to loop around that finger. And again, I'm going to pump it a couple times, make sure that it's tight, but not too tight. And again, I'm going to cement that towards the weakest part of the hand. And again, I'm going to lock that. Now by this time, that's not just the weakest part of the hand anymore. That's a much stronger wrapped hand. Now I'm going to go to the pinky side. Okay, notice I bypassed 1 finger, go to the pinky side. And this time I'm going to go to the thumb. So before I was always going towards the pinky. Now I'm going towards the thumb. And I'm going to cement it towards the wrist again. Everything is coming back and reinforcing that wrist. Now, from here I'm going to go from the pinky, again, reinforcing that pinky side, the part that breaks easiest. Good. Open, close, open, close. Make sure that you can close your hand. Okay? And now, once again, I'm going to go to the thumb. Good. And cement that down. I'm going to go once across the back of the hand. You don't want to go too many times around the inside of the hand because it's going to prevent, the more wrap that you have on the inside of your hand, it's going to prevent that from being able to close your hand. And guess what? When you can't close your hand right and make a tight fist, you break your hand. So from here now, I'm going to put that around the wrist. Somewhere along the line I might have messed up, so I'm going to just twist that here, and I always want to finish with the Velcro side close to the wrist, so that itself reinforces the wrist, okay? I still want my wrist to be mobile. I still want the wrist to be mobile. I want this in here so it's nice and tight, doesn't scratch anybody if I'm drilling the clinch. And I'm going to put this in here and open it up a couple times. Now, as you can see, there is no, if you did this right, there is no padding along the inside of the hand. Nothing. Okay, it's bare. I may squash this down a little bit so it doesn't compress my fingers. I can make a fist very, very easy. Now, the other unique thing about this particular wrap, okay, that's very different from other wraps, is that when I actually make my hand, when I close my hand, it actually gets tighter. I feel my hand, I feel the wraps tighten around all the places that are necessary. So now I'm all ready to train, ready to put my hands in the gloves and start my workout. Why don't you guys try this? You're going to have to practice it a couple times. Make sure you're going in the right directions. If you want to wrap the thumb, that is an option. You can do that towards the end. Okay, I'm going to show the alternate version right here after I finished on this middle digit. I'm going to use that to wrap the thumb. So I've reinforced the thumb like so. Okay? And again, that's going towards the weakest part of the hand. And there we go across the back of the hand like so. Now, once here, I'm going to go around like so and finish up in the middle of the hand, cementing that Velcro down. Okay? Once again, I'm going to dig out the middle and make sure that there's nothing along the side there. Give it a try. If you like it, let me know. If you hurt yourself, there's no suing, and I'll talk to you later.